An explosive start already this evening on Smackdown Live while Jay White was watching on. And the villain will have certainly got his attention. Machine conquers man again. Styles, Okada, up next.
Bálor, take it out, Fale! Sling blade to Fale on the outside!
Returning
Cannon fire on the originals! Rainmaker!
And Smackdown Live retaliate once more against the originals. Hello everyone and welcome. This is Smackdown Live. We are here for more big action from the Blue Brand on our way to the Smackdown exclusive pay-per-view that is Fastlane. We are in Des Moines, Iowa for this evening's action, and it's a big main event for one man. And that man is Finn Bálor as he goes one-on-one against the number one contender to the WWE Championship in CM Punk, with the promise made to him by Punk himself. If Bálor wins, he is added to the WWE Championship match at Fastlane. That is to come at the closure of tonight's contest, but starting things off right now, it is Sanity in tag team action against the Dangerous Alliance. This one could very well be an interesting contest, no doubt about it. As you see there, Dane and Priest standing in the ring with no Eric Young accompanying them. You saw, of course, the closing of Brian Cage's time on Smackdown Live last week. You saw what happened, and that has made a big match for Fastlane side for the Machine himself, as Eric Young and Brian Cage will clash one-on-one in a few weeks' time at Fastlane. As for right now, we have the Dangerous Alliance versus Sanity to get us going here on Smackdown Live. Plenty of action to come our way. Two champions in action here this evening as well. So that promises to be exciting for us. And of course, that big main event with none other than Punk and Bálor going at it. CM Punk putting a risky addition to that contest as well. Bálor victorious, it becomes a triple threat match for the WWE Championship. Will that come back to bite the straight edge superstar in tonight's main event? We are going to find out here this evening in Des Moines. But right now, the Dangerous Alliance continuing on with their role since Bobby Fish went on his extended leave of absence, shall we say, following up from SummerSlam. Lashley and Sheamus have been a well-oiled machine in so many ways. They have been just putting together win after win after win, and they have been looking so damn strong in the process. You look at the teams in this tag team division, you look at who could oppose the tag team champions, of course, in the Good Brothers, and you get the feeling right now that the only ones there are Sheamus and Lashley themselves. And if I was the SmackDown General Manager Christian James, I think I'd not waste anyone's time, and I think I would just make that match official for Fastlane. It just seems like something that needs to happen, essentially. There's no one else right now unless Sanity can pick up a win here over these two men who can pose a threat to the Dangerous Alliance. Maybe the Saviors, but then again, they'll follow whatever Ricochet is doing. So, begs the question, is there really any point in setting us up for a match that doesn't have the Dangerous Alliance challenging for the tag team titles? I suppose tonight's match will clarify that for us. Look at Ricochet as well. He's in action later on this evening, so that should be interesting for anyone, of course, who is a fan of the Saviors or keeping their eye on what's been going on between Ricochet and Kota Ibushi these last few weeks. Damian Priest and Bobby Lashley to start things off, though, in the ring right now. These two men will do battle here, big collision. A Colonello tie-up right now between them. Lashley getting in a leg lock here on Priest, who forces his way outside headlock. Again by Priest there, but now it's a standing side headlock by Bobby Lashley. Sitched in here. Priest, though, I think the taller of the two, maybe even the stronger of the two as well. That could be up for debate, though, as Priest comes in. Look at the strength of him right there, though. Talk about this every time I see Priest in the ring. He just seems to be getting better and better, and he seems to be able to control a match more and more. And it's as if the most impressive part of Sanity at this point is Damian Priest, week in and week out. You know, I fear for Eric Young, who isn't here tonight, not because he's training for that match at Fastlane, but because he simply isn't here. That's the easiest way of putting it. He was beat up last week by Brian Cage. Meanwhile, in the ring, Sheamus taking it to Damian Priest. The Heyman distraction paying off there as Dane and Lashley are squaring up with one another just at a camera shot. Back elbow counted there by Dane, who's unloading away here with chops and strikes, and a dropkick takes down Bobby Lashley there. Sheamus getting in a little bit of a good offense there, preventing a potential 2-on-1 advantage in the ring, but now they effectively get one as the tag is made again. In comes Damian Priest here. Double shoulder charge there from Sanity on Lashley. Priest here sending Lashley into his own corner. Not too certain if that was the smartest idea. Lashley comes up with a counter to that double axe handle anyway. Turns around in his corner and is going to do the smartest thing that he should do, and that is tag in his tag team partner. In comes Sheamus off the tag here. Double back elbows and Priest goes down. Heyman must be pleased with the job recently that has been done from Lashley and Sheamus. They are now essentially his main focal point, with Fish at home essentially, still sulking from the loss to Kazuchika Okada at SummerSlam. And so with that, Sheamus and Lashley making sure an open door of opportunity is there for those two men as they get themselves ready and raring to go for an eventual tag team opportunity. Cover made here by Priest off of that huge powerbomb. Only a 1 count though. Sheamus getting up to his feet. Big forearm in the face now. Counter there by Sheamus. Comes back with the right hand. Clubbing blow in the back there at Damian Priest. The turnbuckle we go now. Tag is made. Back in comes Lashley. It was a strong start from Sanity, but the Dangerous Alliance starting to put their own things together here. Great move there. See that a lot from those two men. That Irish Curse backbreaker into that knee across the chest. Priest's foot in the rope there. Referee calling it a rope break as a result of that. Right call if you ask me. Can't argue against it. Foot was definitely in the ropes. Meanwhile, look at this now. Trapping the arms in and slamming Lashley down into the mat. Priest always able to put together an effective piece of work here. Always able in that ring to put the hurt on someone. The losses that have been racking up for Sanity as of late do not speak really of the performances of Sanity in that ring. It's almost an unfortunate losing streak they're on, because every time they step in that ring, they are performing so damn good, especially Damian Priest. It is almost unfair there are these losses attached to their records. Dane in now, he's the legal man. Tag is made here. Back again into Sheamus, kicking the gut there from the Celtic Warrior. Clubbing blow down on the back there. Heyman sliding in a chair. Can maybe create an opening for his guys to use it? Or will Sheamus just dump Dane down on it? The answer to that question is yes. Suplex drop from Sheamus down onto that steel chair. Double axe handle there. Didn't knock him off his feet, but those stomps do. As the two Irishmen collide, but it's Ireland and Northern Ireland. So already a grudge between those two guys in the ring, based on country alone. Sheamus in now, rolling. Fireman's carry. Brings Dane off his feet. Priest extending the arm out there. He wants in this contest. He wants that tag. Dane, though, not able to give him the tag. And now in the ring, Dane's starting to put together some work of his own. Sheamus, I think, only grazing the chair more than hitting it. Big elbow drop, though, from Dane. And Sheamus goes back down as a result of it. Look out now. Hard smack in the face there by Sheamus. No respect showing. Look out now. Bringing Dane in. Locking him in there and kneeing away at the chest or the gut, whatever it was. Brutal work there by Sheamus, as it always is each and every time the Celtic Warrior steps in the ring. Gallows and Anderson have got to be looking on at these four brutish men in the ring and realizing that any one of them, or any two of them rather, could be the next threat to their tag team titles, but it is definitely one side who poses a greater threat than the other, if you had to ask me. Look to clock in there. Sheamus came up with the counter, forearm in the face. Sheamus now bringing Dane in. Here we go. Trouble abound for Dane. It is Irish Curse backbreakers galore. A trio of them to Killian Dane. The Beast from Belfast is in big trouble. Sheamus lining it up here. The Celtic Warrior will connect. Brogue kick to Dane. And if Priest can't make the save, it's over. Job done for the Dangerous Alliance. Couldn't make his way in the ring in time to make the save. Could Damian Priest? Dane on the other side of the ring. Lashley blocking the way. The Dangerous Alliance win it again. Surely they are next in line for the shot at those tag team titles. Gallows, Anderson, clutch those belts because Paul Heyman and his goons are coming for that gold. Christian James and Kevin Owens having a meeting then. No idea what was said between the pair of them, but Mojo Rawley again! Kevin Owens finally getting the answers he seeks. Man, Mojo has been he has been such a surprise, and especially towards Kevin Owens. Owens has almost in many ways has become ensconced with Mojo Rawley. And it's Rawley who's always finding his way around Kevin Owens, always finding his way to get further into the head of Kevin Owens. Get that one up on him. Well, we focus here to our next contest of the evening on Smackdown Live. The Riot Squad here this evening, but it is Liv Morgan of the Riot Squad to go one-on-one against the Smackdown Women's Champion, Paige. Of course, it's Paige's turn in action this week, with her and the number one contender, Asuka, trading matches back and forth on their way to their meeting at Fastlane for the Smackdown Women's Championship. First time in a little while we have seen the Riot Squad in action here on Smackdown Live. Liv Morgan getting the big opportunity to go up against the champion. And maybe to present an opportunity as well for the Riot Squad. Think about it. 3-on-1 advantage there at ringside when you put Liv Morgan into the occasion as well. Paige could find herself on the receiving end of some issues from the Riot Squad. The strength in numbers essentially from the Riot Squad. And for all we know, it could lead to a reality where Liv Morgan is able to pick up a huge upset win and guide herself towards an opportunity for that title at Fastlane alongside Asuka. We could have two more number one contenders added to those titles with Finn Bálor and Liv Morgan if they're able to pick up their wins here tonight. Paige, though, looking as confident as ever, comes out by herself, and she's just fine with doing things that way. Ready to go here against Liv Morgan. You better assume that the number one contender, the Empress herself, is going to be watching on. Liv eyeing up her competition here. Paige will do the same. These two women ready to collide here, so here we go with this contest. Paige and Ruby Riott have certainly had their meetings with one another in the past, both over the SmackDown Women's Championship and simply in a grudge with one another as well. They have shared many a fight with one another. This culminated back at Judgment Day in the 6-woman tag match. The 3-on-3, of course, that had the Riot Squad taking on Paige, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. Of course, last time we saw Rose and Deville really doing anything to help out the SmackDown Women's Champion, it was when Deville went up against Asuka a few weeks ago. Huge kick off the second turnbuckle there from Liv Morgan. Cover made on Paige, looking for the upset, only one. Well, of course, it is Paige who we're focusing on. Let's not disclose away from the fact here that what an opportunity it is for Liv Morgan to show herself, to impress herself here in a singles variety as well. So many times we saw Liv Morgan in action in a 2-on-2 landscape, teaming with Sarah Logan usually, or at ringside and helping out Ruby Riott to get a win. Big forearm in the face there from Paige. Clocked Liv Morgan with that one. Look out. German suplex now from Paige. Bridges here as Morgan finished off. Kick out at one. Not even a 1 count on Liv Morgan even. Really eager kick out there from Liv as she is throwing up and over there by the Smackdown Women's Champion. Paige goes into the cover now. Looking to try and put away Liv Morgan here. Another 1 count. Asuka is in the building here tonight. So we're backstage before the show started, so she might be getting up close and personal with her champion. May very well be the case right now. Though Liv Morgan is the one getting up close and personal with the champion. Nice snap me into that kick in the back there. So far, minimal interference from the Riot Squad. Still, though, a good door opening for Morgan to get in some offense. Liv doing all that she can here. Look out. Boot right in the jawline there from Paige. No remorse shown in that one. Running knee as well. Caught all of the jaw of Liv there. Paige in. Has the leg hooked. Fisherman suplex. Got her. Bridges. Cover made here. Look at her. Put her away. Morgan kicks at it too. Paige almost thought she had it there with that fisherman suplex. Oh, look out now. Sarah Logan getting involved. Logan getting into the face of the champion. Trying to open up the advantage for Liv Morgan. Morgan in. Rolls her up. Has it here. There's 2. Has she put her away? Oh, she came so close to finishing it off there. Just barely getting the shoulder up in time. Did Paige. Coming there back. Trading chops with Liv Morgan. What an opening that was there from the Riot Squad. Almost handing victory to Liv. And look at Paige's frustration now being exerted to its fullest extent here as she unloads away with clotheslines on Liv Morgan. Almost fell into the trap, but is looking to finish this off. Paige, turn her on Liv. Surely that'll be enough here. Covers made. There's 2 and all the shoulders up in time. And now it's Ruby Riot's turn to get involved. Ruby from behind. And the advantage paid off. Liv Morgan taking control here. Look at this now. Liv in. Guillotine. A seated guillotine for Paige. Agonizing to be locked in. Could Paige tap out here? So close to the ropes. Extending her legs as far as she can, but she can't make it, but she won't tap out either. Paige able to fight their way out there, pushing Liv off. And very close there to a big loss for the champ. Fighting back right then and there, though. Is she going to look for the finishing blow to this contest now? Is she going to look for a big win on her way to Fastlane? Return fire, of course, against Asuka, who last week... look at this now again. Logan in the face of Paige. Morgan slow to her feet, though. Couldn't use the opportunity to help her fellow Riot Squad member out. Couldn't use the opportunity to make sure that she was back up to her feet. Paige standing over Liv Morgan right now. It doesn't look like Paige is in any playing mood now. She wants to finish off this contest. Look at this cloverleaf hold locked in. Locked in tight, yeah. Knee dug into the back. Legs lifted up. And Liv Morgan has no choice but to tap out. Almost right away. She tried to fight for as long as she could, but it was over. Paige had it locked in. Victory for the Smackdown Women's Champion here this evening. But she might not be done with business, because look out. Riot, Logan getting on the apron here, looking maybe to storm the ring. Looking to storm the ring on the champ, but here comes backup. Asuka hits the ring, and the Riot Squad want none of her. Dropping down and walking out. The challenger coming to the aid of the champion, whether she wanted it or not. And speaking of champions, the action continues on here with champs in action. Right now it is time for a big non-title contest here tonight on Smackdown Live, as the King of Bros, Matt Riddle, goes up against the Switchblade, Jay White. Riddle made his return to in-ring action after SummerSlam, following up from an injury he sustained at the hands of the Blackheart in the bag, Tommaso Ciampa. Last time we saw Riddle, he was backstage chatting away with Ciampa, asking why he didn't cash in at SummerSlam on Johnny Gargano. And Ciampa responded by powerbombing the guy onto a production crate and telling him to stay the hell out of his own business. Riddle, I can't imagine, took too kindly to it, but he's focused right now on a different kind of contest and a different man as well within this ring, because it is a huge chance for Riddle. Don't read into it any differently. It's a monumental opportunity here for Matt Riddle as he is in that ring against the Switchblade Jay White, who is really trying to find out his #1 contender. He's been eyeing up all sorts of candidates really over these last few weeks. We saw him last week actually watching on backstage when Dean Ambrose was victorious over Dolph Ziggler, which means he also caught eyes of Marty Scurll and his assault on the Lunatic Fringe after the bell had rung. It's been a few weeks since we last saw White in action on SmackDown Live, taking the time to grow out a nice beard, it would seem. Better look for the Switchblade now, I have to be honest, as he comes towards the ring here. Intercontinental Championship around his waist, as it has been now since Judgment Day. Who is next in line? Try and take that belt away from the waist of the New Zealander, of the Intercontinental Champion himself. Could it be Dean Ambrose? Could it be Marty Scurll? Could it be someone else? Could it be Matt Riddle here tonight? Think about it, all Riddle needs is a monumental win here in a non-title match, and I would, to be fair with a guy of Riddle's quality, I wouldn't call it an upset either if Riddle got the win over Jay White. White, though, has been on one hell of a tear over these last few weeks and months, really, on SmackDown Live. Hit the ground running since he made it here. Of course, he lost the ECW Television Championship at WrestleMania to Corin. Not long after that, he was the Intercontinental Champion on SmackDown Live. Jay White has already made one hell of a statement for himself this year alone. 2 title reigns in this calendar year, and still plenty of time left to solidify himself as the Intercontinental Champion. But plenty of time as well for Matt Riddle to try and cause a fairly significant upset here for the champion in this matchup here tonight. Side headlock here from Jay White. Sorry, from Matt Riddle. Jay White pushes him off the ropes here. Drops down. Went for a drop kick there. Riddle swats him away. And getting in some hard forearms right now is Riddle himself. In the turnbuckle we go. Oh, went for a big knee. Jay White moved out of the way. Backbreaker there on Riddle. So let's see how this matchup will go. How will Jay White look to take this contest here? I've talked about how in the past White kind of fights like a Randy Orton guy, a little bit of a methodical approach, try and break down the body and then hit that Blade Runner. You don't really want to be slow and methodical with Matt Riddle, because all that's doing is giving Riddle openings to grab your body and to kick the hell out of it as well, and then lock it in that bro mission and force you to tap out. And that is not something, of course, that Jay White will want to do here tonight. Body lock applied to the legs, wrapped around the waist of Jay White here, trying to squish the lungs, really. And they're breathing harder. White fights back, though, and a drop kick right in the knee there. Smart from the champion. Goes up to the second rope now, looking for a big risk. Will it pay off? No, it won't. Misses with that elbow drop. Riddle moved out of the way right then and there. In we go now. Riddle in with a small package suplex. Didn't hook the leg after it, though, but still a pretty effective maneuver. Grabs the arms now, and look at this. Stomping repeatedly into the chest. Riddle putting the pieces together. Great strength. Amazing strength from Riddle. Gut-wrench suplex, and he isn't done. He'll hang on. And he'll hit another. And he'll roll through for one more. 3 in a row on the champion. The protege of the Heartbreak Kid doing a damn good job. Wonder when we'll be seeing that man back on SmackDown Live as well in the corner of Riddle. Look out here, front face lock. STO from White. Swept the leg away there. Nothing Riddle could do about that one. Covers made here from White. Looking for the win. It's a kick out at 1. Back and forth these two guys are going, though, with the momentum in this contest. With the offense they are giving to one another as well. Look out now. In the turnbuckle goes Jay White. Riddle sees an opening, and he'll make the most of it. Here we go. Huge drop kick, and White hits hard on the outside. Hoisted up to his feet here. Riddle sending him into the barricade, but White coming back with a hard shot of his own here. Look out now. Jay White has Riddle on his shoulder. Snake eyes into the barricade. Nasty landing for Riddle to endure. Back in the ring now. White takes the chance, rolls it up into a cover here, looking to put him away, but again it's only a 1 count. Good kick out from Riddle, showing great tenacity and strength here in the ring. And all that the Switchblade is trying to do against him. White now heading up to the top rope. Big risk here for Jay White. Didn't work for the second rope. Doesn't work from the top rope either. Looked for a diving fish drop. Riddle moved out of the way, and here come the strikes of the leader of Bros himself, and a gut-wrench suplex connects as well on White. Hooks the leg as he put away the Intercontinental Champion here. It's a very good 2 count go. Riddle definitely making life difficult for Jay White right now. And if things keep on going the way they are, if Riddle's able to get in the hard offense that he is, then there is every chance that Jay White doesn't need to go looking for a number 1 contender to his title, because that man could be standing right in front of him by the end of this evening. Counter made there by White, elbow down into the shin. Big knee lift there from Jay White. Completely swept Riddle off his feet in the turnbuckle now. Big Uranagi counter from Riddle. Senton Splash follows up as well. Now look at this now. Just a combination. A flurry of strikes coming in from Riddle. Uranagi, Senton Splash, and again his incredible strength will be demonstrated as he hangs on here to Jay White for 3 more gut-wrench suplexes. Second rope from Riddle. Senton Splash from the second rope. After all these just thrown away the champion, could it be a huge win for Riddle? 2.5 on that one. Hand was not that far away from coming down for 3. White almost finished off there by Riddle. Almost, but not quite. But how much more life is there left in the champion? Riddle really hit the ground running in this contest, and White is just struggling to have a response to it all. Suplex in for the champion there. This is his first bit of offense really in quite some time. Jay White in now, look out, Kiwi Crusher from White. Cover made as he put him away here. Oh, kick out at 2. Against the ropes now. Oh, look out. Back suplex. Riddle was really driving the momentum his way, but Jay White able to come back, able to fight back, and able potentially to finish this contest off right now. Looking to finish off Riddle here. Looking for the Blade Runner. No, wait. Has the arm instead. Matt Riddle trying to make it difficult for him and then fighting out of it. I think he was just using the own momentum of White against him there. Reverse sidewalk slam. Cover is made as in victory for Riddle. Again comes so close. Again he's just a few moments away. Riddle doing all that he can. Riddle is going to look to make the champ tap out. Here we go. Riddle kicking the gut. Sunset flips over. Has the leg. Has the arms. Permission. Riddle with the permission on White. Could the Switchblade tap? Could the champ tap out? Could Riddle be on his way to a title match at Fastlane? It is locked in. Debo. Incredible thinking from Jay White. Saw how close Riddle was. Used his knees as a weapon. And he used his knees to fight out right then and there. Fantastic thinking from White, but he isn't out of the clear just yet. Riddle in now. Look out, your German suplex. And hang on, that is the theme of Marty Scurll. That is the theme of the villain echoing around this arena, and Matt Riddle out on the apron, waiting for the villain to arrive. He doesn't want a repeat of what happened to Ambrose last week. No sight of skill here. Riddle back in the ring. Oh, but right back
Into the Blade Runner!
White got up to his feet and instantly strikes. Jay White wins it. I don't think for a second he was working with skill on that one. White was down and maybe out. And all Matt Riddle did was fall for the ploy of the villain's tricks. Jay White gets the win here. Would he have done the same in the same shoes as Riddle? I don't know, but what I do know is that it's not just the theme of skill that's here this evening. Marty Scurll challenging Jay White here. Oh, hang on a minute. Well, now it's Ambrose who's putting out the challenge. The hell? Oh, thankfully, the general manager's here. Maybe he could clear things up regarding these two. Well, there you have it. Next week, Scurll and Ambrose. The winner goes to Fastlane for the Switchblades title. Big contest signed for next week, and a big contest and a big opportunity coming up right now for this man, Chad Gable, getting to go one-on-one with the leader of the Saviors. Savior of Smackdown Live himself in Ricochet. That's the last time we saw Chad Gable, or rather Chad Gable's friend and still tag team partner. They are just on a bit of a break from tag team wrestling. Jason Jordan, of course, was 2 weeks ago getting absolutely thrown around the ring by Brian Cage. Gable will be hoping that isn't happening to him here tonight, because he's got his hands full with Ricochet, who we saw at the top of the show last week on SmackDown Live in the parking lot, driving Kota Ibushi into the concrete floor and saying whether he wants it or not, he will be cleansed by Ricochet. Kota Ibushi thought he had closed the door between himself and Ricochet, but Ricochet last week telling him that is anything but the case. And here he comes out this evening, ready to do battle with Chad Gable. And as per usual, he isn't alone. Drew Gulak to his right, Roderick Strong to his left. Saviors are out in full force this evening ahead of Ricochet's contest with former Olympian in Chad Gable. So let's see what will happen here as these three make their way towards the ring. Gulak Strong leading the fray as Ricochet makes his way towards the ring here. And I'll be honest, I don't think that Gulak and Strong will be here to try and impact tonight's result, because no offense to Gable, but I definitely see this being a match that Ricochet is more likely to win than Gable is. I think they're out here in case the Golden Star tries anything, in case Kota Ibushi is here tonight and will look to try and get his hands on Ricochet. If Ricochet came out alone, that would be the opening for Kota Ibushi that he would not let slip. he would make the most of it. 3-on-1 if Ibushi tries for that opportunity. Gulak and Strong can finish what they were supposed to start, what they were supposed to end at SummerSlam with the return of Ibushi. All three of them turning their attention, all three of them turning their offense on the Golden Star. And I think another trip to the hospital could be on its way for Kota Ibushi. Right now, though, in the ring, it is Gable and Ricochet to collide. And here we go between these two guys. Relatively same height. Gable with a bit of a weight advantage. So let's see what will happen here between these two men. Off the ropes. Drop down there from Ricochet. Leapfrog from him as well. In he comes now. Oh, this time did collision made. Oh, snapmare driver into the mat for Gable to endure. Brutal off the start. Gable comes in though. Socked him hard there with that shot. Gable from behind. Back suplex. Gets a bridge on it as well. Feet are planted into the mat. Great bridge. 1 count. Nice move there from Chad Gable, however. Here we go. Look out now. Backflip from Gable. Looks for the back suplex. Ricochet flips over himself and comes in with a regal plex. What a sequence there between those two. Has Ricochet finished off Gable? Far from it. A very nice sequence there. Those guys trying to break out all the agility that they could on the table right then and there. Of course, if they are going to break out the agility, well, Ricochet's going to have the one-up on a guy like Gable. But if they get to the wrestling, Gable's going to have the one-up on Ricochet. He's quickly going to the top rope here, looking to prove that athleticism. Gable slowly steering up to his feet here. Ricochet looking to fly. Oh! Spinning kick, didn't get all of it. Crashed into the mat pretty hard. Back up on his feet on the apron. And eyeing up Gable right now. Neck breaker into the mat from Ricochet. The savior of Smackdown Live covers Gable here, looking to put him away, but it's only another 1 count. Ricochet thinking on his feet right there. But Gable thinking with his head, able to move out of the way. Double underhook suplex now. Covers made. That calls that a rope break. I'm not sure I agree with that one. I don't think Ricochet's foot was under that bottom rope. Belly to belly. Suplex over from Gable. That's not going to stop him from still putting together some offense right here and now. So let's see what will happen here. Socks him in the gut with a good shot. Forearm as well. Gable in. Look out, has the arm. Oh, bending it back there. The human arm is not meant to bend in that direction. And you could see the agony from Ricochet's expressions to it. Teardrop suplex now will connect from Gable, putting together all the suplexes here to do some damage on the Savior himself. Gulak and Strong just watching on at ringside, haven't moved a muscle yet. Out of that belly to belly made though by Ricochet. In he comes now. Oh, check out this speed and power. Northern Light suplex into a twisting suplex. Beautiful. Simply beautiful from Ricochet. Uppercut knocks Gable down after it. Top rope he'll go. Huge combination on its way from Ricochet. He will look to strike with a Phoenix splash, but the knees were up so early. This time, a suplex will connect. Another double underhook suplex from Gable, who is just doing all the work, relying upon all the suplexes in his arsenal right now to do damage to Ricochet. And a surfboard stretch as well, bending over the knees, the back bending in the wrong direction. Ricochet in agony here. Could he tap out? No, he'll fight his way out of it. Both men back up to a vertical basis. Look at that from Ricochet. The agility and the confidence from him as well. Not only to get in that DDT, but to keep up right after it as well. Look out though. Gable in and looking to take away the leg of Ricochet now. Shin breaker down on him. Yeah, both guys trying to do all that they can to one-up the other's arsenal here. It's been a very entertaining contest thus far. Had a little bit from that flurry with the flips from both men. It has just been full speed ahead from both sides as they look to get the win over the other. Another belly-to-belly attempt there from Gable. Doesn't get what he wants. Ricochet counters. Oh, look out. Roderick Strong behind him. But it's still the air that he had to keep an eye out for. Ricochet flying down on a Gable. Oh my God, what a move that was from Ricochet. And a move right out of Bobby Fish's playbook with that roundhouse kick there. Gable could be out on his feet, yeah. Ricochet looking to put together the final pieces. Irish whip. Here we go. Save yourself. Ricochet gets it. Drapes the arm over Gable's chest. And it's over. The might of the Save Yourself does it. But look out, yeah. No time to celebrate the win. Here comes Ibushi. He doesn't seem to be wanting to get into a fight right away. Oh yes, Ibushi putting out the challenge. And daring Ricochet to try and finish what he started at WrestleMania. Oh God, a huge stipulation added. It will be Ricochet versus Ibushi at Fastlane. If Ricochet wins, Ibushi must join the Saviors. Well, what a big match that will be for Fastlane, ladies and gentlemen. But coming up right now, here we go. What a match it's going to be. Finn Bálor, CM Punk. What a main event we are in for. It's been a huge evening of action here in Des Moines, and it's time to end things off with a big main event and a big chance for one man in particular named Finn Bálor. We know that CM Punk will square off against Kazuchika Okada for the WWE Championship at Fastlane, but it might not be CM Punk who's in that ring on his own, because there is every likelihood and every chance that Finn Bálor could be added to that match as well. If Bálor wins here tonight, he adds himself to that match, and it will be a triple threat contest for the WWE Championship. Bálor being rewarded by Punk for what happened 2 weeks ago on Smackdown Live. Of course, it was supposed to be a triple threat contest for the WWE, for the right to face Kazuchika Okada for the title. It was supposed to be Punk, Robert Roode, and Finn Bálor. As Robert Roode made his entrance, we saw backstage Bad Luck Fale assaulting Finn Bálor, putting him through a table, and AJ Styles outright stealing that opportunity. We will never know if Finn Bálor was going to be the number one contender because of Fale and Styles. Last week, Bálor got his revenge on Fale in the main event, coming out to the aid of Kazuchika Okada when he was in the ring squaring off against AJ Styles. But now tonight, Finn Bálor doesn't have to worry about sharing a ring with AJ Styles, or hopefully he won't have to worry about getting attacked from Bad Luck Fale yet again, or Fale making another involvement to screw Bálor out of a match, potential match victory as well. All Finn Bálor will want to keep his focus on, and all that I hope he has to keep his focus on in this contest, is that of CM Punk, and the opportunity in front of him to make it a triple threat WrestleMania caliber match for the WWE Championship in 2.5 weeks at Fastlane. Will that happen here tonight, though? We will be finding out in just a few moments. It is a great main event between two great athletes, the straight edge superstar against the leader of Bálor Club. Who will walk out with that all-important victory? Who will walk out knowing they've got an opportunity at Kazuchika Okada? Will it be CM Punk still leaving, knowing that he is going to go one-on-one with the Rainmaker at Fastlane? Or will Finn Bálor pick up the win here and add himself into that talking point, add himself into that match, and make Kazuchika Okada have double the worry about leaving Fastlane with his WWE Championship still around his waist? Bálor came to the aid of Okada last week, as I previously stated, but here tonight, his sole focus and his only focus is getting an opportunity to compete for that WWE Championship. Allies 1 week and potential enemies the next. Bálor looks soaked in, he looks focused, he looks ready, and Bálor Club is certainly out in Des Moines as well. I think it's going to be tough for this crowd to pick a winner between these two. I think they're going to be cheering both men on in this contest. And I think regardless of whose side you're on, we are getting a great match here tonight. The main event is underway here. The bell has sounded and these two men just standing in their own corners, soaking in this moment, soaking in the fact that they are one-on-one against the other. And here we go. Collar elbow tie up right now. It's Bálor into a side headlock on Punk. And let's see what Bálor can do here against Punk in the early goings. You know, over these last few weeks on Smackdown Live, I talked about how there's been matches with a certain amount of world champions in. You know, a few weeks ago with Ziggler and Skrull in the ring, I said there were 5 when Owens and Skrull fought, I believe it was. There were 6. This week, there are 7 world title reigns in that ring. 5 from Punk, 2 from Bálor. So, there you go. A little bit of trivial information for you as well, as Bálor right now reigns away on the turnbuckle there. Comes back though, drop toe hold, knocks Bálor off his feet. For a big kick there, big canamate though by Finn Bálor. Spinning heel kick in the face there. As 2 of the all-time greats in this universe collide against one another here. Fireman's carry, Pele kick from Bálor. Down on Punk, cover is made, looking to add himself to the title match of Fastlane this early on. Just not happening there. Shoulder up early on indeed from CM Punk. Nice strikes there from Bálor in the corner, first in the back and then the chest, knocking CM Punk off his feet. Bálor continuing to go here. Irish whip off the ropes, being mostly Finn Bálor in the early goings of this main event here, but Punk gonna look to try and turn things around. Countered the Irish whip, gets a chop in the chest now. Here goes Punk. Dumping Bálor down. His gut coming down on that top rope there. Irish whip now. Bálor comes up with a counter. And a Pele kick will connect. Finn Bálor looking good in the going to the contest thus far. Here we go in the corner now. Look at the speed. Chop in the chest, snap mid. Drop kick as well. Finn Bálor's speed in that moment is second to none. How you're able to counter that, I don't know, and how Bálor's able to make it look so smooth and so seamless so easily is beyond me too. Punk though, coming back with hard kicks of his own, big time from the straight edge superstar. Here we go, Punk looking for a suplex of some sort, out of the way, that gets Bálor, in he comes, tiger suplex from Bálor now. There's the cover, there's a 2 count, Punk kicking out in time. And Bálor hoping that he had been able to put him away there, but it just wasn't the case. CM Punk able to get the shoulder up there. Look out now in the corner, hard knees here from Bálor on Punk, and things don't look like they're about to get any better for the number one contender either. Look out here. Falcon arrow from the top rope. Bálor comes crashing down with Punk. Cover made. Shoulders up in time at 2. Not to be the case for Finn Bálor just yet, but CM Punk is certainly in big trouble so far. Look out, oh, Bálor gets off the top rope, and down onto the rope came the throat of Punk. Tope back in the ring from Bálor as well. And Bálor's really been giving Punk a run for his money thus far. He's really been stepping up to the plate in this contest. The number one contender struggling here to get things going. This has been Bálor's match far more than it's been Punk's. Our forearm there. Nice chop in the chest as well. Here we go, off the ropes now. Opening here maybe. No, counter made by Bálor. Pushes Punk back. Forwards rather. Up on the shoulders here. Fireman's carry. And that Pele kick will come down again. If Bálor isn't coming up for it with a counter to it. If Punk isn't coming up with a counter to it, why should Bálor look to change his offense? Saito suplex there. Bálor Club cheering him on every step of the way right now. Bálor, Bloody Sunday! Bloody Sunday connects. Could Finn Bálor have just punched his ticket to Fastlane? He covers Punk. 1, 2, 3, no! Shoulder is up in time there from CM Punk. Bálor not able to finish him off just yet. Oh, and he might not get the chance to. Punk in, sunset flip now. Punk given a lifeline by kicking out of the Bloody Sunday. And hoped to have put him away right then and there. Bálor though, oh look at that. Flips his way out, up on the shoulders. Gutbuster from Bálor. God, what can Punk do in this contest to try and get a win here? He is really on the ropes. Elbow drop from Bálor comes in. Will this do it? Is it a triple threat of Fastlane? I don't know if there's an extra spear of motivation guiding Finn Bálor on here, but he is simply too much for CM Punk right now. Nice chop there though by Punk. Connected that one flush. Look out now. Down onto that top rope. Punk in, up on the shoulders. Punk, oh, wait a minute. Go to sleep. Go to sleep from Punk, but Bálor giving his own lifeline. Bálor's head under that bottom rope. Referee making the call there, had as close of an eye to it as he could. And Bálor not only giving a lifeline, but look at this, fighting back right away. That GTS wouldn't have finished him off. Punk though in with a big high knee. For the first time in this main event, we go to the outside. So action-packed, so much quickness being displayed from both men. Punk trying to keep it a one-on-one contest, giving Bálor the opportunity, was generous in its own right, but he is not going to let Bálor have that chance to go to Fastlane. Down onto the barricade there went Bálor's back and head. Punk may have been showing courtesy, he may have been showing a friendly nature towards Bálor, but that doesn't mean for a second that he's going to let Bálor have that chance. Punk now, that trip on the outside has given him huge control in this contest. In he comes, drop kick, and another one. Ducks the attempted clothesline and gets in a neck breaker on Finn Bálor. Not looking good for Bálor right now. Or maybe I spoke too soon. Coming back there with a good shot is Bálor. Michinoku driver now. Doesn't look for the cover. Has him up on his shoulders again. Will he look for it? Once more he gets that Pele kick in. Punk simply cannot find a counter to it. Good work here now. Big stomp in the gut there from Bálor, who will go to the top rope. Is he thinking coup de grace? Is he thinking Fastlane? No, he was looking for the elbow drop, but Punk moved out of the way regardless of it. Look out. Regoplex on Bálor. Down on his head. Down on his head. And Punk will capitalize on that as best he can. Anaconda Vice. Anaconda Vice is locked in. It is locked in deep here. Will Bálor tap out? Will Bálor submit to the Anaconda Vice? Referee got a great eye on it. Oh my, this has been locked in for so long. But no. No, he won't tap out. Incredible fight from Bálor. Punk now throwing Bálor over the top rope. Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on. No way. No one ringside. Farley is here. Farley is at ringside. And Punk coming out to meet him. Coming out to fight with Farley. Has him up on his shoulders. Go to sleep to the underboss. Wait on the other side of the ring. That has got to be AJ Styles assaulting Bálor. Referee has himself caught up with Punk and Farley. No. Styles clash on the outside to Bálor. Are you kidding me? Punk hasn't seen it. He's taking care of getting Farley out of here. Styles just committed daylight robbery. Punk's just caught eye of Bálor in the ring. He has no idea what's happened to him. No idea at all. But Punk knows he has to finish this match. AJ Styles responsible. Go to sleep. Farley took a go to sleep for the cause. Finn Bálor took one to feed the ego of AJ Styles. Punk wins, and by no means is he responsible for what happened here tonight. By no means did he hit that GTS out of spite. An innocent bystander amidst the controversy here that masks the main event of Smackdown Live. Punk wins. It will remain Punk versus Okada at Fastlane, but no, Finn Bálor will not be added to that title contest, and there is only one thing to blame for it, and that is the originals.